Yes, it is time. It is time for us to be together. It is time for the now to be the reality you experience. It is time for this moment to unveil itself to you. And it's time for you to make the ultimate choice the lifetime has to offer. And that ultimate choice is, do you say yes or do you say have it? We have no other message for you. We have no other answers for you. We have no other questions for you. We have nothing else to offer you if that is not our starting point. Everything that has come before is past. Everything that has been offered before is in place. Everything that has come to you in this incarnation has led you to the moment where you make the choice between the moment and yes to it and the habits that have held you back all this time. And there's nothing else to be revealed. There's no grand answer. There's no big solution. There's nothing on a spiritual level that you have yet to see or know other than, are you truly ready to experience the moment as it is actually available to you? And the question is not rhetorical. It is not casual. It is not something for you to sort of halfway consider in between running errands and doing dishes and tending to the family. The time for that level of commitment, that level of attention, that level of, oh God, what's really going on, is so far in the past that it can't even be conceived of anymore. It is the moment what I'm about or not, and that's the only question. And the answer is personal and it's private, and it really, really matters that you step up to say, is it yes or is it habit? Because at this point, you are at a fork in the road. You are at a choice point. You are at a time when nothing else can be done until that decision is made. You are at a point where some of you may decide to go on and others may decide not to. You may just decide that habit is too comfortable. Habit is too familiar. Habit is too much about who you really think you are to let it go and move into the opportunity the moment is now offering you. This cannot be dallied with or played with or flirted with. This is either you're in or you're not. And if you're not, there's no judgment. If you're not, there's no loss. If you're not, there's no a disaster. It's simply the place we're going to requires that the moment be as fascinating to you as absolutely possible, meaning that it holds your attention. It's not something you just kind of wonder about or occasionally when you're meditating pay attention to. It's all you are. It's all you are, all the time. That's what we're talking about. And why do we speak to you with such intensity today? Because now we have to make a choice. Why? Because there's no way to move the energetics forward without the confirmation that you are willing to speak in the moment your complete and authentic truth about who you are. To show up in your entirety and not to hesitate to be the truth of you because of masks, because of fears, because of assumptions, because of judgments. All of those crutches, all of those coping mechanisms are going to start failing you. And as they fail you, if you do not have something to replace them, something better, something healthier, something more healed, something more high vibrational, meaning the attention to the moment with the integrity of your being. As those things collapse around you, you won't need a tsunami, you won't need an earthquake, you won't need a tidal wave or any other natural disaster to bring your attention to the fact that you're living in suffering. Because it's either suffering with habit or moving forward with the moment. That's That's where you are. That's who you are. That's what you've come to. That's who you are to be. And that's the choice that's on the table. We've talked about it so many different ways, but tonight is the night to say, let's make a commitment. It's a commitment to what is true now. And it's a commitment to the exploration of the answer. That's the whole thing. That's the place where light workers have sneakily slid sideways. They say, what's true now? Oh, what's true now is that I feel like I'm a little kid because I'm remembering my family. And then they stop there. Or they suffer there. Or they just get deer in the headlights, paralysis of pain there. That's not good enough anymore, folks. You can't push the 2012 timeline. You can't evolve your physical form. You can't bring Homo Spiritus into the reality of this time without major transformation quickly. And major transformation quickly requires what? It requires commitment. It can't be bullshitted around. There's no more room for bullshit. If you're bullshitting yourself, why the hell are you here? And we don't mean that in some kind of rhetorical, cutesy-freatsy way. We mean, don't bullshit yourself and show up here. Because we're not going to be able to overlook any bullshit anymore. Because it's time. You cannot drive the ascension the way you intend to without doing what is required. And it's not something major. It's not climb Mount Everest. It's not swim to the bottom of the ocean. It doesn't require superhuman abilities. It doesn't even require that you're the strongest or the fastest of your generation. You know what it requires? Choose and choose again for the reality of the moment to show itself to you and bring the entirety of you to that place. And then look at what's there. Own what's there and transform what you find you don't care for. That doesn't require that you're even strong. It doesn't require that you're fast. It doesn't require that you're thin. It doesn't require that you're tall. There's nothing in your baggage that you can justify holding you back from that choice. And you can't compare yourself to anybody else. This is a unique experience that has some commonalities, but each one of you puts a different taste and flavor on it, and we invite you to let go of comparing yourselves to each other and to take really the bit in your teeth that says, this is who I am. Because if you truly want to live as an in-souled being, to push the timeline and to be Homo Spiritus, it starts this second, in this body, in this life, right now. It's not about out there. It's not about the big answers. It's not about someone coming and saving you with their spaceship. It's about right now, this second, and what's here. And when you find out what's here, don't stop there. We've given you tools. We've given you instruction. We've given you everything we've had. And we have more. But without that commitment, without you really saying, yeah, okay, this is what this is about, there's nothing more we can do. It all starts over. It all starts again. Not at the beginning, but it starts anew. And it starts now. And that's who we are tonight. That's where we are tonight. That's what we have for you tonight. That's the point we are in. There can be no more bullshit. There can be no more distracted. There can be no more everything habitual is more important than what is being presented to me when I show up with my integrity. The most important thing is that you can be your complete self in every moment, and that you manage and grow from what that experience reveals to you. That's who you are. That's Homo sapiens. That's evolution. That's bringing the 2012 timeline into now. And that's what we're offering you as the jumping off point of now. That's where you are. And that's what we want to look at tonight.